Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. You know me, I'm Thomas with Mr. Fix-All Home and Garden out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay, the topic of this conversation is apprenticeship. Now, I did a video a couple days ago about apprenticeships, taxes and apprenticeships. Okay, well, the irony of the story is this. I'm on a job today. It took me 7.5 hours doing an upfit on this house. The homeowner bought a bunch of stuff, sliding cabinet, drawers, all this stuff, different shelving racks, you name it. 7.5 hours to install all this stuff, okay? Good paying job. And I'm sitting there talking to the homeowner, and she says, why don't you get a helper? And I told her the whole story about, you know, how millennials are, and you know, how frustrating it is. I've had 3 guys at the age of 16, trained them, and then they blew out within a year. And they're all in dead-end jobs, okay? So I thought, you know, it's just one of those things that's just probably never will happen. You know, and this is how fate works. Fate works in a lot of amazing ways. One of the guys who got me started in the car business with Honda many years ago, this guy's name's Ray. He still works with Honda as a good friend of mine. I've known him for over 10 years. And him and I worked together for almost 8. So that'll tell you how long we've known each other, for quite a long time. Since I think 1999, I believe. Well, Ray, I've known him and his family for, you know, again, a very long time. And I remember when his kids were just basically kids. I mean, they were 3 and 4 and 5 years old. And anyway, beer 30. Well, Ray's son, he has a son and a daughter. And I actually worked his son once when he was 16 years old, and he didn't even know how to look at a ruler, a measuring tape, and know where 3/4 of an inch is. And he was 16 years old, like I said at the time, and I said, show me 3/4 of an inch on a ruler. And he had no idea what he was looking at, okay? I used him one day and never used him again, okay? Then he got in some trouble. His father put the hammer down on him, took away all his privileges, made him go back to school, especially mathematics. I even talked to Ray about that incident where he didn't know at the age of 16 where 3/4 of an inch was, and 3/4. You know, he just didn't know. And Ray was upset about that, so he took all his privileges away. And Ray's a tough guy. You know, he was my sales manager. He hired me to come to Raleigh way back in the day, and he gave me my first break into the Raleigh market in sales with Honda. Okay, so here I am just getting this conversation with homeowner about apprenticeships and young people and all that, trying to find help, and all of a sudden my phone rings, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, another customer, and all of a sudden it's Ray's son, and I'm like, hey, he goes, hey, do you remember me? I'm, you know, Ray's son. And I go, yeah, what you up to? What you up to? And he goes, I seen your YouTube video about apprenticeships. And I knew when I was 16 years old, when I worked for you that one day, and I didn't know how to even find 3/4 of an inch, or 3/4 of an inch on a ruler, 3/4, that I was in trouble with you, because you're a big stickler on math. And at the age of 16, I was ashamed of myself that I didn't even know that. So my dad put the hammer down on me, made me go back to school. I graduated high school, and I went out and for the last year been working odd jobs. Again, dead-end jobs. You can't get any work that pays him more than $9, $7, $8 an hour with no experience out of high school, okay? He wanted to go to tech school. And his dad says, I want you to go to tech school and you know, and get a hardcore trade, electrician, plumbing, whatever, engineering, whatever you got to do, but you're staying in school. If you live in this house, you're going to go to school. And whatever you do on the days that you don't have school, he goes to school on Mondays and Tuesdays, okay, at Wake Tech, that he has to find a job. That's his dad's rules, okay? All right, when I was a kid, I had rules too, all right? So, now I'm on the phone with him. And I asked him, I said, how old are you now? He goes, I'm 19. I says, good, you got a driver's license? He goes, yes, sir. And I said, you got a vehicle to drive? He goes, yes, sir. I said, you know I do multiple things. I don't just do one thing. I said, do you want a job or do you want to be trained? He goes, I want to know what you know. Well, I said, that will take 20 years. He goes, well, I don't have 20 years, but I want to know as much as I can possibly learn from you because I know you're good at what you do and you're talented. And I said, okay. I says, I owe your dad a favor. I said, your dad got me into business, took a chance on me, sight unseen. It was a phone call. I called Ray up one day. I said, Ray, I said, I need to move to Raleigh. I got to get away from Fayetteville. I need a job up in Raleigh because I know there's a hot market up there. He says, come on. He goes, if you've been working for Honda and Toyota for that many years and you've got already 20-something plus years under the belt as a salesman, he says, I want you. Sight unseen, just hires me right over the phone. Never met me before, never heard my voice before, never knew who I was, nothing. He hired me the day I walked in the door, filled out the application, I was already hired. So I told Ray's son, I said, I'm doing this because of your old man. I just want to let you know that. I owe him a favor. He goes, yes, sir, I understand that. I said, at age 16, I didn't need you. You didn't prove anything to me. I said, I swear to God, I hope you learn math. He goes, yes, sir, I do. He says, I know where 3/4 is on a measuring tape. And I says, how about half or a quarter or 3/8 or 5/16? He says, I know where it is. I said, okay. I said, I'm going to hold you to that. I want you to be at my house at 7:30 in the morning. Just wear your pair of tennis shoes and just a pair of jeans and a t-shirt because we're going to be working at one of my doctor's house. And we got a laundry list of things we've got to go over there Thursday to do. And then you're going to be landscaping with me Friday because the season starts for Bermuda lawn, so I'm going to have him put out fertilizer. And then on the farm, I'm going to have him help me work up there. And I told him I own a farm and that we're going to be shifting gears a lot, going from one trade to another trade to another trade to another trade. And he goes, that's fine, I want to learn. And he goes, I know you're the guy to teach me. I said, all right, I'll give you a 30-day trial. I'm going to pay you $9 an hour, and I'll teach you. And the second I see that your brain gets a little scrambled, I'll give you 2 chances. I said, the first one's going to be on you, second one will be on me, third one you're fired. And I can't use you. And he goes, no, sir, that's all I want's an opportunity to work with you, Tom. So there you go, guys. What's the irony in that? Deja vu. Karma. And it's not like I don't know this kid. He's not a stranger. I just knew at the time when I first had him, and we were actually building a fence, okay? And I just was testing him. I said, how much do you know about, mathematics? And he knew nothing at age 16. So, the moral of the story is what the hell are you guys, the school system, teaching these kids today? They can't even read a ruler at the age of 16 in the mathematics class. What's the math teachers doing? I have no idea, but they're sure not teaching these young kids math. And if you told a Chinese kid, an Asian kid, let's just say Asians period, or even go over, and especially Germans, what's your favorite subject, they'll tell you math. Math or engineering. And it's all math. Everything's math. In the United States, for some reason, math is like some secondary citizen. I don't know what it is. It's not that important. In my job as a handyman, math is everything. Everything. Every day I'm calculating, I'm measuring, I'm factoring, you know, the list goes on. It's all about mathematics. If you don't know the numbers, you're going to be lost. Okay, guys, that's the moral of the story today. It looks like I might have an apprentice. We're going to give him a 30-day trial run. I owe that to his father, and we'll see how he does. I'm actually going to take him to one of my premier customers' house, which I'm a little nervous about that, but I gotta just throw him right into the wolf's den as far as I'm concerned. Okay, guys, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, leave those thumbs up, leave those comments, and I'll see you guys on another video. Tom out of here.